One of the most recent 3.24.2 PTU patch notes said this: updated Vanduul MFD color palette to white to help with status readability. So in this video, let's check out those updated Vanduul ship MFDs. I think there are only 3 Vanduul ships that are currently in game: the Esperia Blade, Esperia Glaive, and the Vanduul ship, the Vanduul Scythe. Let's start with the Blade. Haven't touched this ship for a while, but the Blade is such a nice looking Cylon ship. What the? Oh no, T-posing. I see what the patch note means. So not the entire color palettes are made into white, but the words, the letters, they made into white. So it's more contrast, so you can see. It's actually quite nice. See, 4 MFDs. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. You just don't see the frame. And now you also have the MFD Cast on the top left corner of your screen. So if you're using keybind to switch your MFD, like what I'm doing right now, you can see on the top left MFD, the bar over here is dull yellow color, which means it's selected. And then if I go to the right, the dull yellow is on this one. So after I choose that, I can use keybind to switch to different MFDs. And now I'm gonna turn this cast off right here. It's more clearer for my screen. First look, this looks much better than before. It's easier to see. You have this, let's take her out. Now, against the white background of the sky, it's actually harder to see. In the hangar, it's darker. It's a lot easier to see. And then how do I know which mode I'm on? Okay, so here is the indication of which mode you're on. If you see a ship inside these circles, which means you are navigating, it's a navigation mode. If I switch, you see all these bullets, which means gun mode. But by looking at this, you can see SCM on top is the master mode. The master of master mode. Oh my goodness, master mode just hurts my brain. The bottom is right now is in the sub master mode. Sub master mode. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me just switch it to missile. You can see the bottom is changing. Now it's in missile. You see this little, so these little symbols are actually quite nice. It can tell you what mode is in. Right now is missile, and right now is scanning. And then I switch to gun, missile, scan, gun. Okay, good. Now switching to navigation mode, you see the ship in these circles. So this is quantum drive mode, and then is FLT, flight mode. Flight mode is just a ship you're flying. And then is scan mode. You have a scan mode in navigation as well. And then QT, fly, scan. If you are flying a vulture, you probably have a salvage mode, which was a different symbol. And over here, you have the veto, gear, and G-safe. If I turn G-safe off, you can see G-safe is off. Also have the decoy and noise right here. If I queue up these decoys, you can see my number goes up. On the top of your screen right here, you also have these symbols. So power, if it's yellow, it means it's in the mid power level. If it's red, it means there's no power for it. And if it's gridded out, that means that component is turned off. So here is the power management. The power management, kind of like a reversed. So the yellow bar means solid power. The red bar means no power, but you can assign power. So it's a little confusing right here, because normal logic is darker color, it means it's selected. Like red, it's selected. But for this ship, it's reversed. The yellow, lighter color is selected, and the red color is not selected. Self-status. Oh, so there are more details in these self-status here. So all these circled red, you can click it. You can see what weapon it is, which port it is. Hardpoint B, D, C, and A. And then you also know which fire group it is. So can I turn off my weapon from? No, I cannot. But you can see how many rounds in the capacitor of these weapons. There we go. 100. So what I'm looking is the fuel gauge. What's the remaining of my quantum fuel? I don't see it. Okay, let me go to SCM mode. Let me see self-status here. Ah, figure it out. Only in navigation mode, and then you have to go to your MFD self-status. And then you can see the left bar is your hydrogen fuel, and then the red bar is your quantum fuel. And that's the only clear indication that you have in the navigation mode. But if you're doing some combat and then you want to know, hey, how much hydrogen fuel left on my ship? You know what? Go back to navigation mode and check it out. However, you do have the ship voice indication telling you 75% hydrogen fuel left, 25% hydrogen fuel left. But after 25% hydrogen fuel left, then you wouldn't know. So that's a problem. Oh, I think I figured out what the 100% means. You can see right now, this number right here is 50% is going. This is your boost. How much boost is remaining? So if I boost now, the number is going down. And then you can see my boost bar is going down with it as well. So in navigation mode or in SCM mode, this bar here means your boost. And this is how much is remaining. And obviously this is your speed. You can set your speed limiter by holding left alt and use your mouse wheel. And this is the speed limiter here. So I'm setting my speed limiter. So both forward and backward speed, I'm setting to somewhere here, but it's hard to tell because this line here is red and it's very confusing. So you wouldn't know unless the line is moving. So I'm setting a speed like this. Now you can see I will not fly more than that speed. So left alt and use your mouse wheel to set your speed limiter. However, when you use your mouse wheel, whether you're holding left alt or not, you can see my MFD cast. I'm switching weapon groups in the meantime while setting speed limiter. This shouldn't happen. So it's a little bit of mess here. But one thing I like about the blade is it has 4 MFDs. And it's all clear, all in view. You don't have to use Toby or anything. The look of the MFD is better, but the functionality is a little bit mess here. So we have to get some used to. I'm not saying it's bad, but it is bad. Okay, landed. Let's check out the Moby glass repairing, see if it works. Okay, refuel hydrogen. Now, let me see, go to... Yes, now you can see my hydrogen. It's not going up, but I can hear the refueling sound. It's processing. Oh, it's not refuel. Let me click again. Okay, the refueling is not working. Next ship. The Glaive. I like the color, the red. Surprisingly, the Glaive has only 2 MFDs. Actually, 4. Take that back. If you don't use eye tracker, you wouldn't be able to see this unless you hold E and then use your mouse to look around. The color palettes are the same. The yellow are the selected ones, red are non-selected ones. The master mode symbol is here. I think I missed something very important. The signature. Something good about this signature is if you don't know this, when you mouse hover it, it actually tells you this is infrared. This is EM and this is cross section. So on the top bar, the number are your current emission signature level. So right now I'm in SCM gun mode. If I go to navigation mode, you can see my EM went all the way up to 40k. That's because I spooled my quantum drive. If I go back to gun mode, and the EM is going down. The bottom level here, the red words, these are the environmental interferences level. For example, right now I'm landing on the ground. I have an interference from my IR, which is 294. This is similar as previous patch in the PU, which is divided by a slash. But here, it's one on the top, one at the bottom. But of course, if you want to know the detail of these, you're gonna have to check out my detailed stealth guide video, a whole series of videos I did a while ago. So I'm not gonna go into detail for this. I'm just showing that the MFD shows these information. So that is good. Okay, let's take her out. What a beautiful ship. Okay, so something else I have noticed. You have these indicators right here. Right now I'm in quantum mode. If I switch to SCM mode, you see my quantum drive is graded out, which means it's inactive. If I go to navigation mode, you can see my quantum drive is activated, but my shield is deactivated. So go back to navigation mode. If I turn off my thruster, engine's off. My thruster is graded out. Turn off shield. Shield is graded out. Turn off weapon. Weapon is graded out. So this is a good indication. Very convenient. However, hit. What is this? Anybody know? Okay, we're gonna test a bounty hunting mission here. Another thing I've noticed in terms of the speed limiter right here, you can see the white words 1150 is a top speed when I turn my speed limiter off while in navigation mode. If I turn my speed limiter on, you can see as soon as I turn my speed limiter on, it goes to 477. Let me try again. If I turn my landing gear down, now you can see if I turn my landing gear down, the number goes to 29. That's my top speed. So if I go to SCM gun mode, now you can see the white number is 220. That's my top speed without boost. And if I engage boost, my top speed is 480. So that's another thing we can read from the new MFD. It's actually quite nice. We know exactly what our speed, our current speed is, and our top speed is going to be. All right, back to... Next thing, I want to test the targeting system. We got a new targeting animation. So I target the ship. You see, first is a red square and then goes to white square like that. It's nice getting hit. Ah, now I figure out what a hit is. Now the hit is blinking while I'm getting hit. It literally means you are getting hit from the enemy. Okay, let's get hit. Let's see. Yes, I'm getting hit. So that's an indication, I think, is probably for the people doing resource management, which you are not in the cockpit. You cannot see that the ship is getting hit, or you are listening to music. You did not hear the ship is getting hit. But you see the hit symbol is flashing, which means we're getting hit. So turn off your music. Get back to work. Another thing I've noticed, when I target the enemy, on my top right corner, it shows a MFD Cast. Right here. This is the enemy status. So it shows the enemy emission signatures and their current velocity and the faction, and something says unavailable. You can also see the shield status right there. Another thing I've noticed, because I want to turn this MFD here into self status, show my shield, but I can't. This MFD is locked to communication only, which means this ship has only 3 MFDs, and 2 of them, the view is obstructed. But since you have the enemy ship status MFD cast over here, so I can turn this MFD to my self status, or I'm gonna turn it into scan. So I want to try scanning function with the new MFD. Target this ship. Try to scan this ship. There we go. I'm scanning. Scan progress. Oh, I scanned it. Okay, let's get out of here. On the scan tab, it shows MISC Prospector Light Mining, NASB Fabulous. Oh, it's the name of the ship. You scroll your mouse wheel, you can see the signature. Oh, nice. Mass. Mode. That's it. Faction. Owner. Parts. Cooler. Offline. Jump drive. Oh. This is nice. If this really works, this is really, really nice. It shows all these informations. You probably can click and target. I don't know if you can. I click, I cannot target. Self-destruct. Shield. Yeah, I hope that we can literally select and target, just like Elite Dangerous. You scan, and you can select and target. Let's check cargo. Passenger. No cargo. I think this scanning function is making progress, if it works. Okay, let me go back to that ship. I know if you press R is sub-targeting. Let me see if I can. Yes, I sub-targeted. Top right corner over here, you can see the engine part of the enemy ship is highlighted green. Let's change to missile mode. Where is the indication of how many missiles that I queued together? This thing always changes. Let me see. 100. Oh, there we go. If you have to go to self status. Now it says armed 4 out of 4 bullets. I have total 8 bullets missile. Size 2 missile. And armed 4. Now if I, there we go. If I can change armed 2, armed 3, armed 4. So this thin bar here on the right is the status of your armed missiles. Once it turns solid, depends on the color of the ship, it means it's armed. But on the left side, this bar with this line here, I think it means the range. If you go out of this range above here to the red, which means the missile is out of range. Missile locked. Fire. Ooh. Missile locked. That's too close. When it's too... Oh, I was wrong. It's the opposite. When you get too close, this goes to the red, which you're out of the missile range. So outside, over here, is within missile range. Okay, got it. Now I'm too close. Right? In range? Missile locked. Fire. I'll hit. Nice. Okay, switching to guns. Fire. Destroyed. Beautiful. These 2 size 5 guns is quite powerful. What are you doing? What are you doing, man? We're in combat. Stop dancing. Come on, shoot me. Shoot me, buddy. You're gonna be dead. See ya. So yeah, some of the MFDs are making really good progress. It's definitely better than before. However, some parts is still a little mess. Like the power management, which I have not even used it during this whole combat. This is just a small, easy enemy. But if you're fighting some tougher enemy, you really need to use power management. So I'm gonna try to figure out an easy way to set keybind for power management. And then I'm gonna make a video to share with every one of you. Now let's take a look at the third Vanduul ship. The last ship is a Vanduul Scythe. This is, I believe, is a Vanduul ship. Okay, the MFD of the Vanduul Scythe is exactly same as that of the Glaive. I thought there were 4 MFDs, but no, only 3 workable ones. This one is fixed to communication. Speaking of communication, let's actually try to call someone in the server. I don't know who, but just pick a player and call this one. See here it says awaiting response. What? Wait, what just happened? I made a communication with someone. Now this MFD works? I can adjust? What? Okay, let me turn the ship off. Turn the ship on. Yeah, it still works. A little Star Citizen magic. Great, now this is useful. But I still want to use communication. I want to call someone to see the screen, see if there's any changes for the screen. Please, somebody answer my call. Oh, he did. Thank you for answering my call. I can see what he sees. I think he's on a ship or something. He's in his hangar. I can see the fire extinguisher. Oh. Call ended. Well, that's good enough. So this little screen can actually show you what the other player sees. Oh, I just got a game crash. But this is really good. So in a word, I think we are making a 3 steps back and 4 steps forward with this. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.